Around your city, yeah. Oh, keep me steady, yeah. Love, you can't stop the light in me. No, the door is open, you, yeah. You are listening to the Song Messages of and the choices they make. Just give it to God, just let it go. And get straight, all right, everybody. Nobody told us it would be easy. We're waiting on our special guest, Ja'Cory Wiley. Nobody told us that. Keep going. You gotta keep showing love. When you go through some pain, it's just a test of your faith. Nobody knows that. Keep going. Gotta keep showing up. Hey y'all, you better know God will keep showing up. This is your host, Evangelist Sherry Lavon from Knoxville, Tennessee, with the Souls Right House Empowerment Center. If you would like to be a blessing to the Souls Right House Empowerment Center as we continue to build up authors as they are saving souls with books, you can go to soulsrighthouse.com. That's SOLSWRITEHOUSE.com. If you're interested in being a guest on our show, radio platform, or TV, just click on the Contact Us tab and let's get live. Hey everybody, this is Sherry Lavon. I hope you enjoyed the song Messages from God. We're going to be playing them throughout the hour. And again, you can go to the YouTube channel, which is, actually make sure I'm saying it to you guys right, because you know you can say it wrong. But it's actually the Souls Right House Authors Network. Make sure that you go there, get situated. We're going to be interviewing authors off the Souls Right House Authors Network page. So those of you all that like Facebook and social media platforms, this is ours. So if you're an author, you want to be a guest on my show, you got to go through this protocol. And that's go to the website, soulsrighthouse.com/contact us. And let's get on TV because you're saving souls with your books. One of the things God told me today is that we are to do good to please God. We have to do good to please God. And that is our message today. We're going to be coming from Matthew 6. So for those of you all that take notes as you listen to radio, some of you all in your cars, you're on your phone, some of us on social media, like, oh my God, I didn't know I could tune in. Yes, you can. Every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live. And it's going global. It's going all over the world. So those of you all want to know where I'm at in Knoxville, Tennessee, you can find me at Honey Rock Victorious Church International. And our overseer is Apostle Jerry Upton. I have learned so much from him. This is the one church in all my life that I have come to. Number one, they sought me out. They heard the good I was doing in the land. And they came to me. And at the time they came to me, I was church hurt. So I had been church hurt. A lot of y'all been church hurt. You won't go back to church. But what you got to realize is you are the church. You can't let the hurt of the things that's happened around you and the people keep you from your fellowship. I'm going to say that to y'all again. Everybody say fellowship. You can't fellowship by yourself. Okay. So you got to learn the fellowship. You are the church. The church is the building. So you're going into a building to have church and to fellowship with your people, God's people, your brothers, your sisters. That's what we are here to do. We're here to support you. We're here to build you up. We ain't here to tear you down. So God wants you today to have a discernment, to be able to see when the enemy steps into your realm. You can see it when you have a discernment. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Souls Right House Empowerment Center. We're here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we are a book publishing nonprofit organization that's here to help you. If you are somebody out there and you say, I want to write a book, I got God on my side, but I just don't know where to start, or all these people want all this money and I don't have it. Well, guess what? The Souls Right House, check us out, soulsrighthouse.com. We are a nonprofit organization and we do things specifically the way God say do it. God may say, you may say, oh, I would charge $1.99 for that. But God says people before profit. So many people in this world have put profit over people. And God is not pleased at all. He is not pleased by that. So we're just wanting you to know that God is not pleased by that. And in his word and in his realm, he wants you to understand that he does love you. But he wants you to also understand that you're in a time and in a season that you got to trust God. You got to have that time. You got to go in that war room. I know some of y'all saw that movie called The War Room. You got to get in there. You got to put Post-it notes up of things that you are anticipating and waiting on because you need to see it. Some of y'all have heard of vision boards before. Do you even have one? Because God said in Habakkuk 2:2, write it down and make it plain from the tablets of your heart. So those things that you're wanting to come to pass, have you written it down? Do you have it put up somewhere where you can go in that room and look at it? Because you gotta believe it before you see it. Everybody say that with me. You gotta believe it before you receive it. It says in Mark 11:24 that whatever you ask for in prayer, you have to believe that you've received it, and then it's done, and then it's yours. So if you already believe that it's yours, then you're walking as a #1 best-selling author. You're walking into your purpose and in the calling of your life. You're doing what God has called you to do. Doing is a verb. So you can pray, but you can't pray and wait and do nothing. You got to pray, wait, and do. I'm going to say that again. Pray, wait, and do something while you're waiting. Because see, when you're doing something while you're waiting, you're telling God, I'm walking into that thing. Like that song God says, nobody knows the road that it would be easy. So keep going and God keep showing up. God said he will show up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you guys know that in the meantime, to whatever God has called you to do in your life, you have to trust and believe that he'll do it. Because otherwise, if you don't trust and believe that he's going to do it, then why are you doing it? So God says, pray. He says, wait. But then he says, do something. And I ask people all the time, are you in a position, are you somewhere in life that God has called you to do something? Because then if you do something, you do something. And they say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, the first D-O is to do something. That's a verb. So God gives you a vision. He gives you a purpose. You got to go forth in it because in doing so, you will be do something. And people say, well, what is that? Well, you'll be D-U-E something. So if you do something, you will be do something. And that's what God is saying in the midst of everything that he goes through in life. He wants you to understand that you got to move. You got to go do something. You have to be a part of something. And it's God's way and no other way. So if you trust God and believe in what he's telling you to do, then you will know that it is God's way and no other way but his. Here's another song message from God as we get prepared for our guest speaker, Ja'Cory Wiley. That's the word. Don't let each day pass by without praising his name. Jesus is his way. No way, God's way, no way. Do you believe miracles? Getting me today. All right, y'all. You got to tell God that you're ready. How many of y'all ready today? So let's just go. By sharing my music. I'm ready. God, I heard what the preacher said to me, but now I'm ready for me to tell the preacher I'm ready to step out in faith with my gift. I'm ready. Tell them that you're ready. Hey everybody, this is Sherry LaVon, and I am coming back live. We're going to have a special guest on our show named Jacory Wiley, and he is on the line standing by. And guess what, y'all? When you guys come on my show, I am able to I'm able to take your book title, and God shows me a way where I actually take your title of your book and I will sing a jingle to your book. So Jacory Wiley, we have him. He is now on the line coming in. I'm going to be playing his song here in just a second. Jacory, are you on the line so we can bring you in the room?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you?
Hey, we are national on live on radio right now. So I bring you in on StreamYard so we can see each other, but can't nobody see us. Hallelujah. Hey, now the reason I'm getting ready to let everybody hear this jingle of yours, I've gotten so many people has hit us up on this vision to dream. I'm just here to tell you, I'm like, producers might be calling me, talking about something. We need to do the full song. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The song inspired me. I had not done that for anybody else. And then after we did our interview, and everybody, this is Jacory Wiley. He is on the line with us. He is an author of a book called Vision to Dream. And then there's a second book that we're going to tell you as well. But we can ready to let you hear this snippet of what I did for him. And it's called Vision to Dream. This is going out to Jacory Wiley and your book name, Vision to Dream. This holiday to a vision, a dream, please. Do you wanna write a book, sing a song? No matter. Do you have vision? Dream, live it out today. Doing everything. Man, everybody is jamming off that jingle, baby. Everybody's like, okay, I got a vision to dream. I got a vision to dream. So how are you doing, Mr. Jacory Wiley, today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm so blessed. Yes, ma'am.
We are so happy to have you back on the line. I heard you got another interview today, and guess what God is doing? He's opening up doors. He's doing things, and as we are being obedient to God, we are the Souls Right House Empowerment Center, and we are about authors saving souls with books. So Miss Jacory Wiley, if you don't mind, with our Kingdom Purpose TV audience, can you let everybody know where you're from and where you reside?
Yes, ma'am. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, but currently I'm residing in Tallahassee, Florida right now.
Hey, and I know there is a beautiful fiance. What is her name?
Yes, ma'am. That's my baby, Ashley Tillery.
Hey, I can't wait. Now, for those of you all that have not checked out his interview on our Souls Right House Authors Network group page, he will be live and in the place on Wednesday at 11 p.m. For those of you all that want to watch his interview on Kingdom Purpose TV, all you got to do is go to kingdompurposetv.com, stroll and look for Souls Right House Empowerment Center. We're right there. We'll also put some links on his Facebook page. So as it gets closer to Wednesday, we're just going to be reminding you, we're going to be playing his jingle, and that thing is just in your head. So even when you go to the bookstore or you go online, you should not have a problem remembering the title of the book because you're going to be singing the song. Vision to dreams. I just want to thank my producers over on Boise. They always come out with some beautiful tracks. This guy, his name is Dat Boy is awesome. That's his screen name. So I just want to give a big shout out to him. And so what we're going to do right now, Jacory, I'm going to give you the floor. And what I want you to do is if you'll just let people know, number one, we know the name of the book is Vision to Dream, to all of you out there on Kingdom Purpose TV. And again, you'll be able to watch his interview live this coming Wednesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But what we want you to do, Jacory and Ashley, as y'all interact together, because that's what I'm about. This man has a fiance. This man is in love. This man has support. And as he shares his story, it's so wonderful to see Black love. And so that's what I'm about, is supporting that. So if you will let people know the name of your book, the first one, and then what generated you to get this started, and then pretty much the process of kind of where you are now. I'm just going to kind of give you the floor to kind of flow with our audience today, just so they can just get a feel of who Jacory Wiley is.
Okay, awesome. Well, like you said, it's called Vision to Dream. It's my first baby. I wrote this book. Man, this was what was this? What was this, babe? 2014,
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
I think when I first had just started to write Vision to Dream, I just sat down one day at the computer and I was like, man, it just hit me. And I was like, what's another way for me to get my message out? Like you said, I'm a speaker as well. So I was thinking of another avenue to get my message out, and it just so happened to come in the form of Vision to Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I like it. So you sat down, you got at this computer. So when you say visions to dream, let everybody know pretty the concept behind that.
Okay, well, Vision to Dream was created kind of out of a concept of my life, which is called beat baseball. And I turned beat baseball into the story of Landon, which is kind of a story of myself, which is about a young boy. You know, he loves to play baseball. And his mom tells him that he could do whatever he wants to do. Go play baseball if that's what you want to do. And Landon goes out and he tries to find a team that he can play for, but no team wants to give him an opportunity due to the fact that he's visually impaired. And Landon almost gives up until he ends up finding the game of beat baseball, which the concept comes from, you know, there's no one thing for everyone, but there are certain things that everyone could do to be special. And this was just that one thing that Landon turned into his special, and just got the concept down that, you know, you can accomplish anything that you want. It's just a special way that you have to do it.
That's right. So in him having a challenge, he had a vision impairment, meaning that he could partially see, but not at the full extent that most people do. So in actuality, and when you look at that from a spiritual point of view, is that when one area is weakened, another one is strengthened. And that's pretty
Mm-hmm.
much what Landon had to find out, is that in one area he was weak, because I didn't order the book myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to read it to kids. God is also saying to you, Jacory, that sometimes go live on your Facebook and read a couple of chapters to the children, because what happens is as we vision to dream, and just like Landon in the book, he has an audio book of this as well. So those people who do have some visual challenges, they need audio books. And so he tapped into that and was able to get that up and going. It's on Sound, and that information is on his Facebook page. So all y'all have to do is go to Jacory Wiley, which is Jacory. His last name is Wiley.com. You go on his website, you're able to obtain all the things that he's doing, meet him in person, and then you're able to go over to his Facebook page, which is Jacory Wiley as well, and you're able to see a lot of good works and a lot of things that he's doing, and the promotion of this book. So we want to push the works of the audio and push the works of this book going into the hands of visually impaired, and any of you all out there that have loved ones and children, because it touches my heart when the children have these disabilities and they are in a rough spot in their life. So Jacory, explain to them as you did this book, you know, because some people may say, well, if someone's visually impaired, how do they write a book? So explain to them the process and the support that you had to get it done.
Well, like I said, with me being visually impaired, I had to find a way that I could accomplish this significant feat. And that way was for me. I typed the story out at the time. I didn't have a computer with audio accessible equipment that would read the read the speech back to me or the text that I typed in. So I ended up typing out the whole story, and Babe went back and looked over it for me, made sure everything was okay, make sure that I didn't have any mistypos and things like that. So she truly supported me in every aspect of the book.
And that is what's so wonderful. And when, to those of you all out there, they may say um, the type of computers that you may need to handle that type of thing is most things have a voice recorder that you can record. There's also a device called the Dragon, and the Dragon is a tool that allow you to. It's a USB and a headphone set. You get it at most tech places like Best Buy and things like that. But what happens is the Dragon, and you can get it at Amazon also. Hey, Amazon. But the Dragon is where you can go in and put the headphones on. It has a USB attachment. It attached to your computer, and it will actually type out what you say, which is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So these are great tools. And also now on your phones, they have voice recorder. Computers have voice recorders. So I tell a lot of people, especially if they're not writer savvy, they don't like writing, they can speak it. And I tell people, get your books into audio. And again, your phone has audio, record a voice memo and voice recorder, and your computers do. So that's really wonderful. And the good thing about Dragon is that Dragon types it out for you. So on your recorded devices, it just records your audio and someone has to go in and type what you say. But the Dragon tool is an actual tool that will, as you speak, it types it for you. And then I use a app called Grammarly, and Grammarly allows it to go in and fix all the boo-boos. So it'll go in there and fix all the phrases and spelling and things of that nature. And they're both, I think the Dragon is about $59. For those of y'all that's listening out there, we want to support those people that may be procrastinating to get a book finished, whether it's an adult book, children's book, biblical book, and you're stuck. You don't know the writing side, or you don't like your writing style, or you're just procrastinating and you're just stuck. Well, God says today, you're going to hear about the Dragon, and we talking about dragon in a good way. We ain't talking about no devil dragon. We talking about a dragon that you can go into the store. You can actually go on Amazon. They start at $59, and I believe they go up to $89. And it's a wonderful tool. We invested in that tool because I love when people come in. Some people don't know how to type. They look at that keyboard and they freeze up. So Dragon is a really good tool for anybody out there listening, even our Kingdom Purpose TV audience. If you are ready to write a book and you're just procrastinating, you feel like you don't have the time, you could be in your car on your iPad and connect that thing, and you just be chapter one and just be talking, and then to get ahead and get it on out of you, because God is saying you got to get this book out of you. And so I'm just so proud, Jacory, that you, number one, listen to your inner man, your soul man. And then number two, you was obedient, because this book is going to change lives. It's going to change the way people do books. And then number one, and well, actually number two, and then having a support system. So many people, when it comes to couples, some people pull one way and then another person pull another way, and your dreams don't come forth because you care more about the relationship than you do about your purpose. And so I'm blessed because Ashley and Jacory, I love that y'all both names end with a Y. I'm like, hey, Ash. Yeah, like y'all sound like it. But God says, when you have that partnership, when you have that bond with someone, it is so hard to have it. And so when you do get it, it's a second chance at staying on your purpose. And so, if you don't mind, I would love to hear from you guys, Ashley and Jacory, in reference to being someone that is so supportive to him. Share with our audience from a female's perspective how important it is to be supportive to your man, because that's important. Our men are not the tail, they are the head. And so
that's true.
Share with us how it is so important for you and what it's been for you to support him as God is continually elevating him.
Right. So as the woman by his side, like you said, we're the neck in the relationship, the female, and then the men, of course, is the head in the body. So of course, I want Jacory to lead, and I want him to, be very successful, as I am successful as well. So I just feel like me supporting my man, I just really want him to be his best, do his best, give his all. And if he needs my help, I'm 100% there. And I know he's 100% there for me too. So we're a team. At the end of the day, I always see us as teammates. We're not competitors, so it's just like, I'm 100% there for you. You 100% there for me. Like, I see your growth and I see you want to do something that's going to change people's lives. It's going to better people. It's going to better yourself. It's going to better you. It's going to better me. So I just feel like us working as a team and building this foundation, because, we are engaged, and I just really want us to really build a strong foundation for our family and really grow and really have like a really positive, uplifting legacy. And I just know that, Ja'Cory's vision is so strong and it's so purposeful, and it's God willing that, it's hard not to, you know, support him, because it's for a better good. And, we 100% believe in God. We believe in his will, and we believe in, the right way. So I just feel like, this passion of his, I'm 100% supportive of it. And I know he's supportive of me and my passions. And so, yeah.
So y'all make a beautiful couple, first of all. Y'all so cute.
Thank you.
And just like there was another song came out called The Cry of the Millennial. And what blessed me, he was the first one we interviewed, and then Ja'Cory, which was so phenomenal because of Millennial came after this interview. And so as young people, and what are y'all's ages?
I'm 29, Ja'Cory's 30.
Yeah, we actually 4 days apart. So when I turn 31 next year, 4 days later, my birthday is the 14th, hers is
18th of September. Yeah.
So when I turned 31, she turned 30. So we right behind each other.
So y'all right behind each other. That is so beautiful. What's beautiful is young love. What's beautiful is covenant love. Covenant love, to be equally yoked, is so important in today's time, because as I was saying, sometimes people are unequally yoked. They are together by the flesh, but they pull away from each other's purposes. And so what we do at the Souls Right House Empowerment Center, as we do TV and radio, is to expose the love, to expose the unity, because we got enough out here that's bringing us apart, like every day. But what blesses me is your level of support to him, your level of commitment. You are a fiance, and that's why I did not want to include you out, because you're part of him. And so God says, as things are brought into intuition and into light of things, then you got to manifest that thing and be a blessing to people. So you guys have totally blessed me. Y'all may see me as being a blessing to y'all, but y'all became a blessing to me because you opened up another door. Because I said, Lord, now I know I do these song messages from God, but that title got a ring to it. And so he just boom. And then your book was the first one I did a jingle. Now I got people talking about something. You do a jingle for my book? I'll do a jingle. And so y'all set the tone for that. So we're gonna be playing Visions to Dream. It's gonna be like a intro and outro for my show. Like it's so popular that God is like, okay, we got to hear this. So on my talk show, on my radio show, when I go live, on my radio show, on the TV network, we're going to be using Visions to Dream to close out our show, because we won't, no matter who or whatever author comes through, we want that song to be what sticks in the back of their mind, is having a vision to dream. And so just know that starting out, the next interview we do, Vision to Dream going to be the outro to So I'm like, hey, God. Now, you guys, as you all know, I'm going to play Ja'Cory's song again. This is Visions to Dream. We want you guys to stay connected, and we're going to be right back. This is going out to Ja'Cory and your book name, Visions to Dream. It's holiday a vision to dream, please. Do you want to write a book, sing a song? Ooh, don't matter. Do you have a vision? Dream, live it out the dream, doing everything. Now this song is called Cry of the Millennial. The cry of the millennials. Hey everybody, song messages from God by Shirley Bond. From my children, I'm listening. Are you listening? And free? Are you caring? Hey, cry. We're gonna erase the devil from our mind today, y'all. Tell that devil get somewhere, y'all. Come on. All right, y'all. Do y'all believe in God today? How many of y'all believe today? I know I believe.
Yes.
Yes, man.
Hey, did y'all get a chance to check out them song messages from God?
Oh, yes.
Woo, Lord, it make you cut
Yeah.
where you cut them on, you clean your whole house. You'll clean your whole house, I promise you, y'all. Guys, we're back with Ja'Cory Wiley and Ashley, and we are finishing up the conversation of Visions to Dream. He's going to go into detail. He also has a second book that I want to touch base on. And again, you can go to Ja'CoryWiley.com to learn more and to be a part of what he is doing. And so, Ja'Cory, go ahead and let everybody know this second book you got.
Well, the second book is called. Well, you go ahead, babe. You go
Oh,
ahead. Go ahead.
It's called Balling Beyond the Wheels. Let me see here. Tell them about it, baby.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Balling Beyond the Wheels is about a young boy named Joseph, who has the ambition to play basketball. He loves basketball, and he ends up experiencing a circumstance that ends up making him question if he really does love basketball as much as he thought he loved basketball. And he goes through something that was really dramatic for him, and his parents end up having to help him to understand that he really does still love basketball, and there's a way for him to accomplish his goal, and it comes in the form of wheelchair basketball, and it's called Balling Beyond the Wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, I'm loving the concept. So the young boy is actually in a wheelchair. So him being in a wheelchair. So to those people that's out there that deals with the challenge of being in a wheelchair, there's no limit to your vision. You can still play. That's what God is saying today. So even in the first book, being Vision to Dream, is that this second book opens up the eye in a whole different realm. It opens it up actually in a realm to where anybody that's dealing with being in a wheelchair is very hard. I have some children that have been in some wheelchairs. I've had one child be delivered out of a wheelchair, which is a blessing. But one of the things we want to iterate is what made you write this one?
It was another way for me to get my book out, and I know a lot of people who is actually in a wheelchair, and they play wheelchair basketball and things like that. And I just so happened to feel like I wanted to shine the light on them as well, not just for being visually impaired or being in the wheelchair. Or I like to tell people, you know, you don't have to be born with a disability to have a disability. You could be on the way to work, and you get a flat tire that disabled you in some way, shape, or form. As a child, you could have did your homework last night and you lost it. That disabled you in some way, shape, or form. You break your leg, it will heal, but you disabled in some way, shape, or form until that leg heals. So it's all about the way that you look at it and the way that you approach things when adversity comes at you.
Mhm.
I'm loving it, and I'm gonna get that book too. Now, one of the things God is showing me is that reach out to the children's hospitals, because children's hospitals, Shriners, St. Jude's, these children are fighting for their lives, and I think that as God is delivering these children, because He's gonna deliver them. You know, all of them don't make it, and we know that, but at the same time, God is saying, in order to, as He manifests our life in different ways, sowing a seed into good ground. And I tell people, a lot of times we give free books to family and friends, and they don't be the good ground. I'm sorry, they just don't be the good ground. They don't multiply. It don't multiply. People don't buy it, and you be like, "No, Lord, this is my cousin, my aunt, my granny. Like, what's going on?" It ain't manifesting. And God is saying, a lot of times people in our families and friends, and I'm just keeping it 100% real. They watched you grow up, they watched your life, so they don't see you writing as a job. They don't see it as a
Yes,
purpose.
man.
They just see it as, oh, you got a book out. Well. But God is saying that if you plant seeds in grounds that you know are good, it'll bring about a different support system. Can you imagine a child? I watch that little Shriners commercial all the time with them two little boys in them little wheelchairs. And I don't know about you, but every time it come on, I won't give them $20. You know what I'm saying? Like every time the commercial come on, you see them two cute little boys. The one's in a wheelchair, the other one, he said he's driving and things like that. You're starting to know them because you see them come on, and you're wanting to be a blessing because you're seeing what all this hospital is doing. Well, can you imagine if Visions to Dream, and your second one, what was the second one?
Ball
Ball and
beyond
beyond
the
the
wheels.
wheels.
Falling Beyond Wheels. Well, can you imagine if a book like that got into a hand of a kid that was at the Shriners Hospital, that is in a wheelchair, and he's always wanted to play basketball? Can you imagine what that book would do to him? Because it would open up his heart to many things. It even causes people to reach out to celebrities, and it ends up working. And how do you know that your book won't end up in the hand of a celebrity who a child was empowered by and made them go into social media? And how you know that that book won't end up into the light or the hands of someone that even going to be a blessing to you, Mr. Jacory Wally? So God is saying, as you step outside your comfort zone, think about those kids in these hospitals, the Shriners, St. Jude's Hospital, also the children's hospitals in your local area, and across the world. Send one free book. They all have libraries. I think of most places, anywhere has a library. I think of getting it to them in churches that have Sunday schools and things of that nature. Plant a book, because the return, the 100-fold return that God says is going to come to planting seeds. So when you plant a seed, it's 100-fold going to come back. And that's 100 times what you sold. So if that book $15, well, guess what? 100-fold is $1,500 that you'll get back in a return from that one seed that you planted. So just remember, as your faith is growing, as God is continuing to grow you guys, when you plant a seed, don't always plant seeds in grounds that don't go nowhere because you being nice. I tell people, you know what? I'm not giving Ross's, Walmart, Burlington Car Factory, all of them my money. When I got 13, 14 books, we make necklaces, we make jewelry, we make earrings. So guess what? You might not buy my book, but guess what you're going to get for your birthday and Christmas and all these holidays? My book. Guess what? Because I'm a plant a seed. Ain't no sense of going out here and spending money with the consumers to people that don't support you. And that's what God is saying today. So He's saying, when you do things kind of in a different realm, utilize your gifts and what you got. But then on these birthdays and anniversaries and all these little nice holidays that come around, plant your book. Plant your book. Because that's what you worked hard to do. You planted the book. You did, and you worked hard so you can get a book done. So I tell all my family and friends, guess what, y'all? All y'all for Christmas gonna get a book. And I might go out and buy you a candle or something so you can sit down. You feel me? So I tell people, plant them books this season. When you work this hard, plant some books to your family and friends. You'd be surprised what that's going to do for you. And also, is there anything that you would like to share? Now, do y'all have a wedding date? Do y'all have a date that y'all going to get married yet?
Not official, but it's 2023.
2023. We doing it, honey. God might put that thing up though. He might be like, honey, 2022. He might be like 2022. Because
Hey,
see,
if God, if He roll that ball that way, we just gonna
hey,
roll
I'm
with
ready to
it.
hey, y'all may have plans in 2023, but I'll tell you right now, the success of this book gonna push it forward. But
That's
see, when
my
you do
plan.
things, you
That's my
better know it,
plan.
because when you do things without your own understanding, see, we have a plan. We're like, okay, I got a plan 2023, we gonna happen. But this success of this book is gonna happen really quickly. God said within the next 90 days, it's going to set a tone for you. And so, and then as the increase comes, you're going to be able to take care of the wedding, do what you want to do. Because I'm a sing. I'm like, when y'all get married, I'm going to show them sing. Y'all put me on Zoom. I might even fly in for the wedding. Okay.
Are we gonna
Yes,
get you there?
ma'am.
We gonna get you there.
That is what's up. To all of y'all on the Kingdom Purpose TV, Jacory and Ashley, is there anything else you would like to share with anybody? I did let everybody know to go to JacoryWiley.com. That's JacoryWiley.com. They can view his show on this coming Wednesday on Kingdom Purpose TV at 11 p.m. Also, you can go to our YouTube channel, and it is right there waiting on y'all to replay it. But is there anything that y'all would like to share with our audience before you go?
I just want to thank you for the opportunity for bringing me on. I just want to just tell everyone that's out there listening, please keep on listening
Yes.
to Soul's Purpose.
Yes.
You know, it's so many great things that you're doing, and you are such a blessing. And we only been speaking for such a short amount of time, but man, we're gonna accomplish so many great things. I feel that in my spirit.
Yes.
And I just want to thank you. We're gonna keep on supporting each other. We're gonna keep on elevating each other, empowering each other. And you know, the sky's the limit for us. And we was put into connection for a reason. And I'd like to ask everyone, please just follow me on this journey. Go and subscribe at my website, JacoryWiley.com. Following the blogs. We're gonna have a lot of great motivational quotes, and just stay tuned. We're doing great things. Just thank you guys so much for the support. Come along with us as you turn your vision into a reality.
Amen. And one thing we are going to do, we're going to be setting up author networks. We're going to hit 7 states, 7 cities. So we're going to hit Dublin, Georgia in March. So we're going to look at May for Florida. So we're going to be getting with you guys on a facility that we can come to. And it's where the authors pay a vendor's fee to set up. We try to get 30 to 50 authors come together, and it's authors and entrepreneurs. So anybody that own their own business along with authors, we're going to be coming down to Florida, and we're going to get with you guys and partner with you. And what happens is we go in and we get these vendors, and it becomes a partnership. So we split anything down the middle with you. And what happens is we get these authors and entrepreneurs, they all come out, set up booths, and then the community gets to come free to come and shop, and get their souls saved. Amen.
Ooh, amen.
We're going to get with you guys, and I'm going to be putting it together. We got something happening in March. We got something coming in April. So May, we're going to come to Florida. So we're going to be getting some things together. We'll be looking at some locations, whether we do it at a library or a banquet hall or something to that nature, because you'll know what we can do, and we'll get with you. And that way we can secure something. Then we'll start marketing you. So we get ready to just do some great things. Also, on next Friday, this interview will be on my podcast show, which is on Anchor FM. So those of you we're live on YouTube. So when I'm on YouTube, we live all the time. So you can always go to our YouTube channel and you get to see the live version. But when we go on TV, you know, I do a lot of editing, but when it comes to radio and podcasts, they don't see us. They only hear us. So I'm just blessed, but I love to do it this way as well, because I keep it on my YouTube channel, just in case my authors want to utilize it for other things. You like to keep your interviews and your things that you're doing with your people. And I want to send a shout out to Black Authors Network for just the connections. If it wouldn't have been for the Black Authors Network, I would have never met you guys, along with so many people that has connected with us. So I just want to say thank you to you guys. And we're going to be back in touch. I want you to have a wonderful Christmas. And I'm going to play a beautiful little Christmas song I did. Let's see. Jesus is the reason. And y'all, you'll have a wonderful holiday. And I look forward to talking to you guys right after Christmas. Okay.
Thank you so much. We'll be in touch soon. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
You got it, y'all. And get ready, honey, because Wally and Ashley, she going to be a Wally, y'all. Jacory and Ashley. Hey. It's Christmas. Jesus is the reason. God, Jesus is the reason. It's the reason for the season. I'm going wrong. Start carrying your feelings. Hey, this is going out to the Corey Molly and your book name, Visions to Dream. This holiday, a vision to dream big. Do you want to write a book? Sing a song? Don't matter. Do you have visions? Live it out the way. Do it that way. Visions to dream. Hey, holiday baby. This is my number one. It hurts. Holiday baby.